Here we are, welcome back to the channel, and we have another 2 million credits up for grabs as we have a brand new online time trial. So as per usual, go into your sport mode in your top right hand corner. From there you can click onto your online time trials, and there's still two to choose from. So if you look on the right hand side, we've got the one at the Nürburgring GP in the Audi RX7. So a few days left on that one. That's on the channel if you want to check that one out. But we're going to concentrate on the brand new one in the Audi R8 at Dragon Tail Gardens. So not the easiest combination, these curbs can be a bit of a nightmare, so we're going to come across to rent the specified car, click on the green tick itself, from there you can click on the car and you can choose from all these different colours if you wish. When you're ready, press the colour you want, press OK, and away you go. So to earn yourself 2 million credits, you want a lap time of 1 minute 45.877. To earn yourself 1 billion credits, lap time of 147.933, and to earn yourself 250,000 credits, a lap time of 153.073. And in terms of assists, we're running no traction control, counter steer we do have on strong, and ABS we ran on default. So we're going to show you the full lap now. I'm going to break down everything for you from turn references into braking references and do our best to get you these 2 million credits. So to come down to the first corner, we're going to use the ghost there as a reference. We're looking at that board on the right hand side. Now we're going to brake in before we reach that board. And what you want to do this corner is trowel the brakes in. You can see we're not fully on the brakes because this car does suffer with quite a lot of oversteer under heavy braking and turning. So be very, very gentle as you are on sports hard tyres. When you're brave enough, get on that throttle. You can run all the way on the exit curb. And now we see the 100 board on the right hand side. Again, we want to brake in before we reach that 100 board. Now the earlier the brake in, the better for this corner. It's a really tricky section to get right. So as you're turning, look, you're releasing those brakes. You want to take a lot to this curb on the left hand side. Get as far over to the left as possible. When you get level kind of with this grass, you want to hit the brakes again and come down to second, just to get the extra bit of rotation. You can see what you want to do there. You want to go straight across these sausage curbs. 2 wheels either side of those curbs. This is the line that you must take. Accelerate into third gear, and for this left, again, mount the sausage as you go straight over it. And be careful on the exit as well, not to get an invalidation on the lap if you run too wide. So first sector, done and dusted. Quite a tricky one to get right, that one with the sausage curbs. As we come to the tight hairpin, we're looking at the yellow markings on the barrier. Pretty much a nice easy one. If you get level with that, you're going to hit the brakes. And try and brake in a straight line for as long as you can. And come down those gears nice and slow. As you reach second gear, you're going to try and get a nice tight apex, but be careful on the throttle. You can see as soon as you apply the throttle in this car, it does understeer quite heavily, so you've got to be really patient with this car and this combination. For this one, we're looking just to release the throttle and take a lot of the curb. You can take some of the grass in there, it doesn't slow you down, and your tyres don't get that dirty. Now as you get level with the yellow or orange marker in the barrier there on the left hand side, we're going to hit the brakes again. Try and get as far over to the left hand side there. It gives you a better entry into this right hander. Stay tight for this right. Oh, that rhymes. And as soon as you get to the start of this barrier on the right hand side, that's your turning reference. And all you're doing there is releasing the throttle, and after the slightest tap of the brake, you can see the ghost in front takes a much better line than we do. You can get a lot tighter on that corner. And for this awkward quadruple right hander, you can feel this when you're racing, but there's a little dip in the road. And as soon as you reach that little dip, you want to be hitting the brakes and stay in fourth gear and try and trowel these brakes. So you can see we're still holding the brakes, as you go over that curb. We're now into third gear. And if you look at the throttle there, having a little play with the throttle just to get that minimum speed up. As you reach this third apex, just as you pass that, if you run the right line and get a tight line, then you can plant the throttle in third gear. Careful not to run too wide in the exit again. Just a reminder, this car does understeer like crazy, so be extra careful under acceleration. Last braking zone of the lap, you're looking at the 150 board, nice and easy, you can't miss that one. Now I brake just before I reach this 150 board. Find it a little bit easier. And again, you're coming down to second gear, and you kind of, as you're turning, you're releasing that brake. And kind of let the car rotate nicely. You see the ghost again taking a bit of a wide line. That's probably more ideal. Into third gear, but be patient. If you get the line right, you can cut that corner, get 2 wheels on the grass and the curb. You can shuttle that curb nicely if you get it right. So, and that's the lap, and you come across the line for a 1:43.214. So not a bad lap at the time of recording. Put us P8, but there's definitely another 2 or 3 tenths I think on that lap for me. But yeah, those curbs can be quite frustrating. It's not an easy one to get right. So with the help of counter steer, for me it does help you. And if it helps you get the 2 million credits, then why not? Give it a go. Now we're going to show you the lap from the chase cam. But before we go any further, guys, if you do like this content and if it does help you, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, where I do a lot more of these track guides to help you earn credits in the game, in single player and also the online mode as well. And you can see in this replay, look, just mounting the sausage, that's all it's about, mounting that sausage right and left. If you get that right, that's the best and the ideal line and the fastest line to get around that corner. Long straight, we're looking at the yellow markings, the end of the barrier just there. Try and brake in a straight line for as long as you can, then you want to turn in. Take a lot of this curb on the left. Again, be careful under acceleration. For this one, stay to the right hand side. Have a little lift as you're turning, just there. You can take a lot. See, 2 wheels on the grass. You can get further over to the left there, which opens up this right hander. Again, stay tight to the right. And again, you can take a lot more of that curb as well, which then opens up that left. As you hit the dip in the road, tap the brake and trail this braking down to third. Try and keep that minimum speed up around this corner. Difficult to do so. Such an awkward one to get right as well. Plant it. You can take a bit of the curb. Be careful not to take too much on that kind of fourth apex, because your car will jump and you'll end up in the barrier. Last brake zone. This one is tricky to get right as well. So you're going to kind of be clipping this first apex and let it run wide as hard as you can to bring it back down again. Kind of triangle that corner off to get the best exit out that corner. And that's a lap of Dragon Tail Gardens. Now, I must admit, this is not the easiest one. It can be quite frustrating as well. Those curbs in that first sector are an absolute nightmare if you get it wrong. First corner as well. I think go with a bit of caution rather than trying to go flat out and go too mad with this one. Do have to be sensitive under braking. Like I said, your brake and turn with the sports hard tyres, and this car just doesn't want to know at all. So even the help of a little bit of throttle in that first corner, if you're struggling, does help balance the car a bit as well. So have a little play with that on. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this challenge. I think once you get used to it, it's not actually that bad. It did take me a few laps just to get into the swing of things, but when you do, and you know your braking points and acceleration markers, it's not too bad. And again, be very patient under throttle. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all on the next one. Laters.